My name is Isabel, or Izzy. I'm 23 years old, and this is actually my first YouTube video ever. So I guess I want to start out with just introducing myself and then getting into why I'm starting this platform. I grew up in upstate New York in a very small town. I've always been into art, fitness, music, you name it. I've always just been a creative person, I would say. I found a passion in fitness and like lifting and nutrition and stuff like that. I definitely always seemed confident from the outside, but on the inside, I always felt misunderstood. That was up until my adult years. And even now, I'm like, some people still just don't get it. What led me to start this platform is I live with vitiligo. I have vitiligo. I've had it since I was 4 years old. So that's almost 2 decades. If you don't know what vitiligo is, it's an autoimmune disorder to where your body attacks itself, and specifically with vitiligo, it's your pigment. So you develop like white patches that spread over time. My story isn't just vitiligo. I grew up in a very toxic environment, so dealing with that, which kind of actually makes me think that that's kind of what led to me developing vitiligo at such a young age. People would definitely ask questions out of curiosity, and I always read that as a bad thing. I would just assume the worst, that people were like judging me. So from a very young age, I learned to protect myself. I learned to be a perfectionist so that people wouldn't be able to critique me no matter how hard they tried. I wouldn't give them an in, if that makes sense. At a young age, I struggled with relationships just because I feared, I would say, vulnerability. When you fully don't accept yourself, it's really, really hard to be vulnerable because relationships mean somebody seeing every single part of you, not even just physically, but mentally. And that idea terrified me. I'm not sitting here in front of you because I've navigated every single thing in my life. There's still things that I'm working on, but I definitely don't carry my trauma the way that I used to. Sometimes you can just look at somebody and be like, yeah, they've been through some stuff. For me, I didn't want that to be a part of who I am today. I don't wear my trauma anymore, and it doesn't define me now and how I see the world and how the world sees me. So, what really shifted my mindset was finding healthy coping mechanisms, whether that was fitness, nutrition, art, music, singing, anything that would help me kind of just calm my nervous system. Life definitely became more fulfilling, even in the quiet moments, I would say, in the peaceful moments. And that's where I learned to value peace big time. That's one of my main values, I would say. Especially with vitiligo, it's definitely an interesting journey because a lot of people are taught to be vulnerable first and then protect themselves. But from an early age on, or at least when we develop vitiligo, if you can relate to this and you've developed it early on in your life, you're taught to protect yourself first and then be vulnerable, which is my personal journey. And only after gaining different perspectives and peeling literally every layer and working on every layer, that was the point where I was really able to genuinely enjoy life and see what it was about, which really wasn't until these past few years. And I'd like to say that not wearing your trauma doesn't mean that it never happened. It's choosing how it shapes you rather than letting it control you. I would say now I don't let people see what I've been through, only what I've created, the life that I've created for myself. I've definitely wanted to build this platform because I know as a little girl the person that I needed when I was younger. I didn't have guidance, I didn't have direction, I didn't know what to do. All I could do was research and understand it for myself. And even then, it's just such a lonely feeling. I'm sitting in front of you today because the person that I needed that I didn't have, I want to be that for the rest of the vitiligo community or even people who are dealing with trauma, because I needed that and I didn't have that and I had to learn it for myself. And if I could help other people grow and genuinely enjoy their life sooner, then that's why I'm here. I truly believe that God gave me this path for a reason. I believe that I developed vitiligo for a reason. I believe that every single event in my life has led me to the point where I'm at today for a reason. My passion in life is to help other people, but I also wanted to do it in a way that really changes people's lives. There's only so much one person can do, but I guess I struggled with living a fulfilling life for a while, that if I can assist other people just by giving them knowledge that they didn't previously have, that's why I'm here. That is my purpose. That is my passion. Everything that I've experienced in my life, even the hard stuff, shaped me into the exact person that I am today, which I'm very proud of who I am. There were times where I was definitely at rock bottom and I couldn't imagine being this happy, like as happy as I am today. And it's funny because I'm not happy because I have everything that I want in life. I'm happy because I've had everything that I've ever needed when I needed it. That's why I've created this platform, to be the person that I needed when I was little. Definitely also to just guide and support those who are misunderstood and don't feel seen and don't feel heard and just need somebody to listen to. So while vitiligo is definitely a part of my story, I encourage anybody who's ever felt like they never fit in or they've felt different to watch my platform, because this is absolutely for you. Sometimes it is better to stand alone and it is better to not fit in, because standing in your truth matters way more than blending in with everybody else. And that's something that I've learned big time with my journey. This is about building a community for people to feel welcomed. This is where growth, individuality, and resilience are celebrated. And one thing that I will always value is authenticity. So, this is also an encouragement to just be your authentic self, because you can't be anything other than that. Like, nobody can be a better you than you. The sooner you become comfortable with yourself and the sooner that you accept yourself, those who are meant to accept you will accept you, and those who don't, bye. I'm definitely going to dive into health, fitness, wellness. I just wanted to get on here and finally take the first step so that you guys can find me. Just know, moral of the story is, your past does not define your future. Any limiting beliefs that you have, we're getting rid of, because anything that you can envision, you are capable of achieving. Just know that. If you can dream it, you can have it. And it's your job to heal from anything that you need to heal from. But just know that I'm here to walk with you along the way while you discover your own strength, just like I did. I really appreciate you guys even finding this video. And I guess I want to hear maybe in the comments what specifically, because I'm trying to navigate what direction I should take from here on out, because everybody is going to want to hear something different, particularly whatever is most important in their journey and like where they're at in their journey, whether that's fitness, health, wellness, anything. I want to see more so what people are really needing to hear right now and what I should start out with, because I feel like health is important, but also you're not going to want to focus on health if your mentality is a little like wonky, you know what I mean? So definitely leave in the comments what you guys are wanting to hear next. I kind of gave you a few options to choose from, and I will do my best to kind of explain along the way the steps that I've taken in my life. And I'm literally sharing from experience. I can confidently say that I've mastered living with vitiligo. Not that I do see results in terms of like my skin has repigmented over the years, and sometimes it'll stop, sometimes it'll start again. But for the most part, like I feel good living with an autoimmune disease. Like a lot of the time, we don't feel good. We feel like crap every single day. And the steps that I've taken were to feel good so that I can actually pay attention to other areas of my life. Thank you so much, and I'm excited to be a part of this journey with you guys. I'm hoping that you guys are excited too, and I'll see you soon.